Whoa, check this out, guys. It's a bat cycle. Isn't this cool or what? Well, guys, we're here at Fan Expo. Everybody's excited, waiting to get in. There's some cool people here. We're scoping out here a little bit. Got a little booth out here. How you doing? I'm with the Collector Zone, doing some documenting the Fan Expo.
Yeah, awesome.
And who are you, sir, if you don't mind?
Patrick.
Patrick?
Yep.
This is your booth.
This is our exclusive merchandise booth. Yep.
Really? So this is stuff you only can find at Fan Expo?
Our Fan Expo shows, yeah.
Right on.
Everything is exclusive to us, yeah.
Well, is there one item here that you would suggest people to pick up because of its coolness?
So many different things. I mean, kind of have something that appeals to everybody, but I mean, right now, pops are obviously very popular. The Batman, the Artist Series pops that we have been really popular, so
Right on.
they're probably top of the list, I would say, but you know, we have something pretty much for everyone here. So if you like comics, if you like pops, if you like whatever,
Including Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek, Robotech, everything. So
I got pan over here real quick. So you got the cool spot.
We got the cool, the mirror.
Yeah. I was talking to some of my friends growing up back in the day. Star Trek was a thing, and that one episode freaked everybody out.
The mirror is the one I always remember. Yeah, the mirror.
Right.
Mirror
Well,
is Sulu.
appreciate you being on the Collector Zone.
No worries, man.
You have fun today, okay?
You too, man.
Right on. All right, guys. So let's scope out what we got here. Yeah, it's so cool. And look, that's a 2016 con exclusive. Let's take a little gander here. You gotta appreciate this, guys.
Excuse me. How much for the hello?
Right on. Look at this. Everybody's into the pops. Wayne's World. Sweet. And then they got some Batman stuff here. Right on, right on. Welcome to Fan Expo, where all the collectors and fans who love pop culture is hanging out today. This is going to be cool. Hey guys, check this out. I ran into Batgirl.
Hello.
And you are?
I'm with Batman News.
Excellent. Well, let's talk a little bit about Batman News.
Yes. Yeah. So we are a comics reviewing website. We do not just reviews. We do news and comics, and we review movies and figures and just about everything. So, yep.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you taking time out to be on the Collector Zone.
Of course.
You enjoy your time here. I know I'm excited.
You as well.
Right on.
Thank
Thanks. Well, guys, we went to the checkpoint, got our credentials. Now we're going in to the Fan Expo. Let's do this. Oh, yes. Here we are. Hey, look! It's John from the Geek and I podcast.
Look at that, it's Jeff from the Geek and I podcast.
Now we're recording each other, huh?
Wow.
John, I want to thank you for hanging out with me here at the Fan Expo.
Jeff, I want to thank you for hanging out with me here at the Fan Expo.
Man, this is going to be a great video. Ha! A lot of cool stuff, guys. You're a collector, you will enjoy this expo. Now, it started yesterday, and look at this. And today's day 2. Tomorrow will be the last day. So hopefully you guys can make it. If you haven't, enjoy the video. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff today. Well, I wonder what this is all about here. How's it going, man?
Good, how about yourself?
Going excellent. I'm Jeff with the Collectors Zone. And your name, sir?
Van.
Ben, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing today here at the Fan Expo?
Yeah, sure. So we are a photo booth setup. So essentially we have 3 different photo booths set up. The first one is a comic book cover. So you stand in front of the camera and it looks like you have your own comic book issue with whatever superhero you come dressed as.
No kidding.
Yeah, the other one's a green screen. So we give you 3 different backgrounds and we send you the background with the green screen. So you go home, edit however you want. You make your own little cool pic. This one's my personal favorite. This is a 13 camera setup. So what happens is they all snap the picture at once and it runs on a multi-camera animator. And so once that photo comes out, it turns into a MP4 video. It looks like a 3D moving image and it looks like you're over the city of Dallas. It's super, super cool.
Wow, that is
Yes.
trippy, man.
Yes. Lighting is excellent. Everything comes out super high quality. So
Well, can you show us the other end?
yeah.
We can do a little quick tour here.
So this is our green screen setup.
Okay.
So, you know, excellent lighting. One of those pictures just passed. So if you look up there, that's one of the that's the booth that I'm working here.
Okay.
So that's how that comes out. It's like this whole 3D setup. And so this is your green screen, gives you all sorts of backgrounds. And then on the other side over here, on this side is our comic book. So they're standing right here. And it almost looks like a 3D image whenever they poke out and point at the camera and things like that. So this can be super, super fun and super cool. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, thank you for your time and being on the
Absolutely.
Collector Zone. You enjoy your day, man. I'm having a blast.
Thank you. You too. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, brother. How cool is that, guys? Be your own comic. Killer costume, by the way. And then you saw here, this dude right here was a punk rock Spider-Man. That was really cool. So they are about ready to do one of these 13 camera setups here. So we can check this out. Decided to sit in on the action here.
Yep. And then,
Never seen a punk rock Spider-Man before.
much of your face and chest facing that light that way. Right. Can you answer that for them? I gotta go back.
The lights coming this way. And then all these cameras are there. You don't really need to look at them. Just make sure that whatever you really want illuminated, make sure the light is. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, cool. Very nice, very nice. You guys want to do a different pose? That is pretty good.
Well, guys, that's giving you a little example of what they're doing here at the Fan Expo. Appreciate your time once again.
Yeah, of course, of course. No problem, buddy.
Thanks for up, bro. Appreciate you. I'm really digging this costume, man.
Hell yeah. Look at he got his own. That was cool. Oh yeah. That's fire.
Wild.
Nice. Woo! All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's nice. That was very beautiful.
Wow, this is a trip, man.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, check this out. It's punk rock Spider-Man. Well, guys, hanging out at the Fan Expo. Love the costumes. You want to tell us a little bit about what you guys do and your favorite thing about cosplaying?
Well, for starters, this was actually like a cosplay I've been wanting to do for a long time. Ever since, well, I mean, I've been a fan of Spider-Man for almost my entire life, and then when I found out about Spider-Punk, honestly, it was a good look, and then seeing it in the Spider-Man PS4 game as a bonus shoot, I immediately fell in love once again. I started doing my research over the character Hobie Brown. Shout out to Hobie Brown, that guy is great Spider-Man. I hope he's in the Spider-Verse 2 movie. But as far as the cosplay goes, the vest itself, this is a Mark II. This is a Mark II vest. So,
Wow. Nice.
yeah, the first one was a little bit bulky. It was a little lighter blue. The patch on the back was a jean patch at first, but then I got in contact with Vichy Boutiques, I believe, She did the custom patch. Shout out to Lisa Boutiques. And then the vest itself. I mean, honestly, it's just pretty much like a thrift shopping. It saves you a lot of money. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. Well, I was doing this video earlier, and I saw your costume. I was like, that rules. There's always that one guy that's always going to outshine damn near everyone else.
And then his spikes are magnetic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shout out to E1 Zona Cal for this face shell. Very, very exquisite, premium. It's a bit pricey, but hey, it's worth the investment. I've had this thing for almost 3 years.
Right on. That's nice. And then, love your costume too.
I actually just recently moved to the Dallas area, so I couldn't bring all my costumes. But I really love the character Rogue. I watched the original 90s animation. I read the comics, and she was like one of my childhood heroes. And then I was like, we wanted to do a Gambit and Rogue, but he really wanted to wear Spider-Punk, so I was like, I was going to bring out Rogue for the convention. I've never worn her out, and it's nice.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys being on the Collector Zone, and you have fun today.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
Whoa! Check this out. It's Star Trek, but Elvis style. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
What? Tell us a little bit about your costume and what brought you to this point.
All right. Well, no, I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and I do some Elvis stuff, so I made a full one-piece jumpsuit, but in the Star Trek colors. Added a cape.
Oh, nice.
There's over 775 decorations on the cape, all put on by hand. The belt is actually leather.
And you got your
and it has
phaser?
the phaser and the communicator on this side.
Right on. Wow, that is nice. And now, was this something you started recently doing, or you've been doing this for a while for cosplaying?
I've been doing this a little bit for cosplay. For the last 4 years, I've been I volunteer with 2 different groups. I dress as Batman to go visit children's hospitals and kids with cancer. I dress as Elvis to visit nursing homes, and then basically I wear costumes a lot just to try to cheer everybody up every place we go.
Right.
My whole family's been getting into it, so
Well,
this, yeah.
I'm just impressed, and growing up listening to Elvis and watching Star Trek, you just took both two perfect.
I just took both and added them together.
Right
Yeah.
on, man. Well, I appreciate your time and being on the Collector Zone.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you very much, man.
So nice to be here.
Well, what can I do for you at this late stage of my life?
Oh, stop it. You're a spry young man of 35, and I will not hear any constraints otherwise.
I knew there was something like that.
I want to start not at the beginning, not where we are now, but in the middle. You released a book in '91 called Chekov's Enterprise, which was your diary entries and behind-the-scenes notes for making Star Trek the Motion Picture. And I think that was the first thing of yours that I had actually read. You've had a good long career of writing both for stage and screen and print as well. But the great thing that I found about your memoirs for the Star Trek the Motion Picture was just the incredulous nature of bringing Star Trek to the big screen and watching everybody trying to make a feature-length film from the bones of Trek itself, whether it was Robert Wise trying to wrap his head around working with science fiction that way, or with Dee and Leonard and William and their machinations for that. But I'm curious if there was anything that you left out of that book that you felt like you needed to address maybe in an addendum or anything like that, because the book is very rich, but I'm just curious if you held back anything from those memoirs for the experience.
You know, if I did, I probably wouldn't want to discuss it now. And actually, I don't recall doing that. We didn't have ladies of the night coming in and sort of seeing the actors or anything like that nature. No, I think I try to pretty much as it occurred and as I experienced it.
With, there will be some slight edge for your audition, or was it specifically just the power of the audition in and of itself?
That's a reasonable question. I don't think, first of all, I think I met Gene under Lieutenant once, and then I didn't see him again. I dealt mostly with the director and with Gary. And I had to tell Gary Rock, but I think they thought I was very young and that I was inexperienced. But both the director and Gary felt compelled to help me with the lines, to give me line readings. That's the last thing you do to an actor, is you tell him how to say it. If you're doing that, either he's a terrible actor or very inexperienced, or you're just broaching the subject in the wrong way. And I did. I told both Gary and his name escapes me at the moment, but I do know him. So I had some long talks with him. But I said, don't do that. Don't tell me how to say the line. That's verboten. It's not the way most actors want to be treated. And once they stopped, everything was cool. I had no problems. We got through the script, and it was a good part of it. And that's one of the positive experiences I've had.
When they brought you in for the second season, of course, like many people, I watched Trek through I was glad when we were watching them through syndication, but I always loved what my mother would react to your character more than anybody else, and it always stuck with me through the series and through the films. They need to leave that poor Chekov alone, because you seem like the whipping boy for so many different episodes and plot lines. And it goes through Star Trek Motion Picture, where you burn your hand, and then the worms from City on 5 and all the rest of those. Did it just seem at some point where you're just looking at, can't we do this to D. Kelly at least once?
I might consider somebody else on the show. He was a great guy. No, the reason, there's a very logical reason for a lot of the unpleasant things happening with Chekov as opposed to other people. Chekov was the youngest on board. He was therefore, it was more excusable for him to have a lack of discipline. We needed to show vulnerability. We needed to show that we were in danger from time to time. And you take the youngest character in the show, and you let him scream. It's a little bit more excusable. And I think that was the thinking behind it. You have to show the jeopardy, you have to show the danger, and you do that either by killing somebody. That's why we had so many dead red shirts. Or if you want to keep that person on the show, then you have him scream. So it never bothered me. That meant they had something to do, as opposed to what Victor Tuki. So I thought those occasions they stood out because they gave me a little bit more to do.
We do have a microphone here, by the way, so we'd love to have your questions. Please go ahead and get queued up. Let's go with you.
Happy belated birthday. Well, you did get to kiss the girl, the one with the white rabbit, where you got to kiss the girl. And I was happy to see that someone besides Spock and Kirk can, have a relationship on that show.
She was glad to see somebody other than Spock and Kirk get the girl for once for the episode from Shore Leave.
And Shore Leave, yeah.
I was a teacher film school. He turned out to be a very famous director named Sidney Pollack. He did a lot of motion pictures. And when I was a little student, he was kind of an associate teacher or an assistant teacher. He was very young. And we were at a party one night. And I went up to him and I said, when I get out of here, when I get in the living, he said, what kind of parts am I going to be ready for? And he was in his, he had a couple of drinks. He was freaking drunk, but not enough. And he said, let me tell you something, you're never going to get the girl. I don't get the girl, and you're never going to get the girl. And he was, the next day, he was so sorry. But, you know, he made a point that seemed damn significant at the time. Acting isn't about getting the girl. Could be about getting the girl, but that's not the reason why I wanted to be an actor. So I decided to sort of put it aside and say, okay, I'm not going to get the girl, but certainly there's other things I can do. And then I got the girl. I got the girl. in kids. And a couple of other shows that I did. So it was not necessarily the case. And why are we talking about this?
Why is he talking about that? Was there a question on that, or were you just happy to see him get the girl for once?
Well, we all go towards the characters that their names are first in the order, and I always look at the other people on the show, not just the red shirts, but the other people. And I was so happy that you finally got to do something, and if they didn't do a particular show that was all about you, but when you got the girl, I looked over to my dad and I said, hey Dad, there's some hope for me. I'm not the prettiest girl, but maybe I might get the guy. And so that was my reaction when I first saw it. I was, born in '67, which was the last year that you guys did it, but when it came back on television, I was always worried about being the ugly girl and that I would never get a guy. And every time someone that, was not the person that was like Spock or Kirk got the girl, or the girl that got the guy, I was excited. I was like, there's hope for me. And so that's why I asked the question, because I wanted to know how it felt to get the girl, because I haven't got the guy yet.
So when you got those scripts where you were looking through it, you get the script, did you get the scripts anything in advance before the episode started shooting, or did you get them on Sunday and you knew you had to start shooting on Monday?
No, that's a good question. Generally, we got the scripts late in the week previous. And my contract was one which did not stipulate in the second season. Definitive number of shows. I could be used once, I could be used 6 times. It was not a 7 out of 13, everything of that nature. So every time they brought scripts on the set in the last day of the shooting of the previous show, I thumbed it and said, oh, Chekov, send this one. And that happened a lot because George wasn't available. George was doing the Green Berets, and so they switched from George, the guy from George, to me. So it was nice for me. Unfortunately, George didn't get as much an opportunity as he would have had he been available. By the way, speaking of getting the girls, there's certain moments that you do remember, certain things that occur. I almost feel like I have to speak really quickly because I'm going to forget what the hell I'm talking about.
Same problem.
Between the second and third season, Gene called me and asked me to come over to his house. And we sat down and talked, and he showed me some correspondence that we'd had with the guys at NBC see Schlosser and Werner, who were the important decision makers regarding Star Trek. And it involved how Chekov would be used in the third season. We were primed to be in a good spot. I think it was Monday nights at 8, which is great for my audience, particularly my very young audience. And it said, very clearly that let's get Chekov more involved in the actions on the planet and getting involved with girls and et cetera, et cetera. So I was overjoyed. And then I found out that we actually, Jimmy, George and I were on a shoot, on a magazine shoot about horses. Put horses together with Star Trek. You get a certain fan base, Some people think they know and I was on a horse, and somebody came up and said, "Oh, we just heard Star Trek is being replaced by Latin at 8 p.m. You guys are going to Friday at 10. I heard that. I said, that's the end of Star Trek's involvement in girls and etc. And in fact, Spectre of the Gun, which was a third season show, was written before the third season started, and was going to reflect the kind of episodes that Chekov would be involved in. He would be, significantly involved with the action and romance and all of that good stuff. But once we got word of it, we switched those story ideas and felt by the wayside.
Thank you.
Rank, Admiral, and you smile. Was that ad-libbed or was that part of the script?
Did you like it? Then I definitely ad-libbed it. No, I didn't ad-lib it. No, I never. We had a different Star Trek. Television in the '60s had much more significant cast system than it has now. There were the leads in the show, and then there were the other actors who were there every week who were really subordinate and played a much more subsidiary role in the episodes. And in fact, if you remember seeing the credits, you had Bill, DeForest, and Leonard before the show started. And then you had us, not only did you have us at the back, but you had us interspersed between the guest stars. So it was a whole different way of operating. With the passing decades, it became more democratic, for want of a better word. Everybody who was a regular in the show participated in a much more conscious manner than we were asked to do when we did the show in the '60s. So so whatever your question was I can't remember.
Was the ad-lib role for rank?
Oh yeah, right. No, that I didn't write. I wrote some lines on that on Fire, and I wrote the line. I talked to Gene. I didn't know that the other subordinate actors, the other movable furniture, were going in and talking to Gene and getting his ear and trying to improve their roles. I didn't know that at the time. I thought I was the only one that was doing it, but evidently we weren't there. And the one line that I said, I was talking to him, I said, for example, in the motion picture, one of the captains, either Steve Collins or Bill said something, and I said, absolutely, I will not eat. That was my line. I wrote that line.
Go ahead.
My question's about Anton Yeltsin, who...
You know what? This is really, it's tiresome to the audience, and it's frustrating to me. I'm going to step off the stage and be closest I can.
It's your show. You do whatever you want, man. I've lost control.
Tell me what's fun.
Anton Yeltsin, who we lost tragically way too soon, reprised your character in a later Star Trek movie. Did you have any interaction with him as far as playing Chekov?
Yeah, everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. No. I met Anton. I was invited to this set by J.J. Abrams, and Anton wasn't going to be working that day, but they called him and told him that I dropped by, and he came. He came to the set, and we sat and we talked for a couple of hours. Delightful, very bright, very talented young man, and just a sweet guy. Just somebody. You know, it's tragic, as you say, to lose anybody. And when you lose somebody so young with so much potential and so much ability, it's just devastating. It was his idea to mimic my accent. I told him that it was very flattering, but he should make it his own, and not because he has so much to offer, and he could enrich the role rather than just replicating what I was doing. But yeah, he was a delightful young guy. There was a premiere of the series, of the film, the first film, and afterwards there was a huge party in a parking lot somewhere, and all the actors from the new Star Trek were all there, and they all had coterie of fans and journalists and reporters and talking to them. And each had their own group. And I was walking by, and Anton looked up and saw me. And he yelled, "Walter, I've got my own Chekov doll." And it was great. Next. Yes.
I grew up watching Babylon 5 and never watched Star Trek before Babylon 5. So then I go back and watch you as Chekov, and I'm like, how is this the same guy? So my question is, did you feel relief that you didn't have to be the goofy hero anymore, and you got to be a person we love to hate? Because, they say villains have more fun. So did you have more fun?
Absolutely. First of all, I had fun on Star Trek, and I'm enormously grateful to Star Trek. Never let it be said that I had any sour grapes involved, because if it wasn't for Star Trek, I certainly wouldn't be here now, and I might not be anywhere. It opened a lot of doors. It perhaps inhibited some areas, but for the most part, I feel very grateful. And it was under such peculiar circumstances that I got the role. I've told this story a million times, and I've already forgotten what you said, but let me tell the story as briefly as I can, and then I'll address your question. And the story is how capricious this industry is, and how, talent will sometimes be rewarded and acknowledged and will benefit. Sometimes most talented people are not recognized their whole life. They spend years doing little theater, and doing extraordinary work. And there are actors who, are mediocre, who have achieved, stardom and success. So it's a crapshoot. It really is. Fortunately, enough times, people like Anthony Hopkins do anything they want. But the, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, so I get the word that I have a casting audition, and it's for something called Star Trek. And when I never watched Star Trek, I turned it on, flipped the channels, and saw styrofoam. Saw a lot of styrofoam. And I said, well, this can't be any good. So I didn't watch it. But then I called them to read, and there's a few lines, and the lines are absolutely, can only be interpreted one way. Captain, the ship is about to explode. What are we going to do? I swear, those are the lines. How do you do that? You only can do that one way. And steely jaw and grim expression and furrowed brow and all those things. You're gonna die. You're gonna die in 5 seconds. So I went in, and there were all the producers and casting director, who was the one who called me in, and Gene, and the director of a show called Hitchcock Presents, for whom I had worked. So I had a lot of stuff going for me. This is supposed to be, this is not an erotic suggestion. This is brilliant advice. So that's the way I read the part. And there's dead silence. Dead silence. And I mean, how can I have gone wrong? And Gene finally looked up from the floor where his eyes had been riveted and said, Walter, can you do it again? You make it funny. You make that funny. I said, okay, I'm an actor. I take the telephone, we used to have telephone directors. And you turn it into something else if you need to. So, I said, Captain, guess what? The ship is about to blow up. They loved it. They loved it. And what it showed me was, they didn't want the interpretation of the role to be funny because there was some inherent humor in this situation. They wanted to see if I could do it, if I could bring that, to a reading. And we laughed. We went out. We got 5 different women's wigs. Because my hair was very short, not because it was thinning. It was, but they didn't know that. And came back with the wigs, and I tried them on, and they tried them on, which was a little peculiar. And then I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And literally the sunlight started to go down. I was sitting in the outer office, they opened, and another actor came in, and the actor was somebody I mentioned before. Benson was his last name. I can't think of what his first name was. But we had, not only had we auditioned before for the same thing, we had actually worked together as French resistance fighters on another show. In any case, he went in, he never came out, nobody came out. They all left for the other door, for the door of Mrs. Hughes, and I didn't know that. And I'm sitting there, and the sun is going down, and I'm thinking, what's happening? Are they going to change this studio and then lock all the doors, and I'm going to be there all night? I had no idea. And then finally, somebody comes in. He's from Wardrobe. He looks at me rather disdainfully, I thought, because nobody had come out to tell me that I got a job, so I figured I had screwed up somehow. And he says, come with me. And my hand to God, I guess that's the hand. He dropped to his knees in front of me. Put his hand on my crotch. And I said, what are you doing? Well, I've got to mention you for a costume, don't I?
experience of playing a Russian character in the era of the Cold War and what that was like. Did you experience a lot of backlash for that, or was it pretty well received because there was a lot of tension between?
There were two cross burnings on my lawn. No, that's a lie. No, I got nothing. My audience were all, little kids who thought I was groovy. I got an enormous amount of mail. I really did, from what I was told. After some of the other actors. But it was all, very innocuous, very much the Davy Jones kind of quality of people, little kids writing on line paper and pencil, It never became an issue. It was never an issue. Because the character didn't pontificate, he wasn't a soapbox character, we were living at a time in the future when these things were not an issue. And that's part of the reason why Gene was able to do what he did. Right? He was able to cast an African-American actress, to a significant role, and a Japanese-American, etc. Vulcan, different species. We were at a time when these were no longer threats to our existence, and we no longer had to deal with those kind of circumstances. And I know this is a red state, and I'm really testing the waters when I say, I don't know how many of you are going to call up Trump and tell him that there's another bad guy out there. So I won't, but no, the answer to your question, which I remember, is that everybody, the mail was all very positive.
Thank you.
And you have the last question.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. And my questions come twofold. So the first part would be, I am kind of a young actress, for someone that's kind of working in theater. So my first question is, what kind of advice would you give a young actress that's just starting? My second question is, I'm writing a Star Trek novel currently, and I would like to know if there is anything at all that you would like Chekov to do or say, if there's anything that you ever wished Chekov could have done or said ever. So those are kind of the 2 cents.
Don't kill Captain Kirk. Just put him on another ship. As for the first part of the question, you gotta have a lot of heart. And you gotta really have faith in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. And you can't let yourself be dissuaded by the rejection. It is inevitable that you will receive. You've got to just, go with it. Suffer if you have to. If it's painful, if you wanted something really badly and you thought you were absolutely perfect for it, and for some reason that is totally unknown to humankind, you didn't get the part. Just say, okay, I'll feel badly about it for a week or 3 days, and then I'll go look for the next part. It's got to have a passion, because it is a tough business, and it is. And as I said at the beginning, there are really good people who you never heard of, who never heard of. That's the way the game is played.
Thank you so much.
The indomitable Walter Koenig, ladies and gentlemen.
fans from Star Trek, fans from Bab 5, fans of your stage and screen work, thank you for being so generous with your time with us this weekend, and thank you for spending the weekend here in Dallas with us.